does it make you feared or does it excite you? या combination चलता है कि कभी डर लगता है और कभी excitement भी होती है. I want to know your take on this.
So it's a combination of both fear and excitement. Of course, fear is always there. No, I wouldn't deny that. But what happens is whenever the fear creeps in that, this is not working out or something, this product is not looking well, or we need to change something, or there's self-doubt. One thing I look at is the bigger picture. Okay, this is what we are trying to build, correct? There would be days where the ball isn't moving. There would be days where the ball is moving 3-4 yards or whatever it is, correct? So you need to focus on the bigger picture, and that bigger picture will give you that kind of excitement and that push which you require on that particular day when you're feeling low or when you feel that fear in. And I think that is what keeps a lot of entrepreneurs going, I know I have to build this, we are working towards this, let's get there. Fear will be there at every point. Even if you're doing $10,000 of business or you're doing $10 million of business, every time there would be fear because you want to scale to new and new heights. So fear is a part of it. You just need to find the right balance. Then fear needs to be there. Otherwise, the process wouldn't be as much fun. Correct? You're just going in one direction and there's nothing else. So fear and excitement needs to be there. It's a combination of both, and it works out really well for entrepreneurs at least.
I think very beautifully answered, because I think ये push pull का एक train है. It's like a push pull train. Fear आपको थोड़ा सा धक्का देगा, and then you get excited, you pull yourself up.
Exactly.
It's like fear pushes you when you are low.
Excitement pulls you up.
Excitement pulls you up. So I think it's very, very important to say this, because when I was in Bangalore for a keynote, I met a lot of Shark Tank people where I shared stage with them. And one thing that I've realized is that all of those founders, right, they have the same thing. No matter at what pinnacle you go, you are 100% invested at day 1, at day 100, at day 1000, right? Because you know that as soon as you come out of that tap, you get feared, okay, is somebody else working with the same passion, or is it going in the right direction?
Correct.
So it is very rightly said that डर तो आपको लगेगा, but it's a cliche line है, डर के आगे जीत है.
Exactly. वैसे ही चलेगा वो.
वैसे ही चलेगा वो. Very beautifully summarized. So I think somebody who can't handle fear to a level needs to understand this कि अगर आप इस zone में आ रहे हो तो आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे phases आएंगे जहाँ पे आपको self doubt होगा. Correct. Whether you get funding, whether you are in the seed round, whether after even getting the funding you have to tell the investors कि भाई क्या हुआ है, क्या projection है, क्या results है. You might not get another level of funding.
Correct.
So, fear तो हमेशा ही है, part of the process. So you need to be a better handler of your emotion.
Correct.
Which leads me to next question is that you have Latika also, right, which is founder of LR, and she is here in the studio as well today supporting you. And since you are a couple who are both into entrepreneurship, does it help you in some way, because you have, I think, very similar mindset or facing a similar cup of problems? Does it help in day-to-day life?
Yes, absolutely. So see, business is all about problem solving, correct? So on a daily basis, there are multiple fires that need to be put out. Where there would be operational issues, there would be tech glitches, something or the other. And you need to just be there, just putting out the fire in some way or the other. Now working alongside Latika on different businesses, we understand that we understand the startup grind, what it requires to go from 0 to 1, correct? And that is what makes it much easier for us to understand and support each other in each other's life. Okay, this is where we are at, this is not what's happening, this is not going as per the plan, this is how we'll navigate through this. So we support each other in that way, where of course everyone has low days, high days, or whatever it is, correct? So we support each other in that way, that because we understand the problem, we understand it firsthand, because we have experienced it firsthand, and we are experiencing it firsthand. It becomes easier for the other person to show that kind of empathy which is required at that particular point. Probably she wouldn't require a solution to the problem, just needs me to be there, just hear it out, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So yeah, this is what it is.
So I'll tell you why I asked this question is because I feel as an entrepreneur, you need to have some kind of support system, both emotional and somebody who understands the journey. In your case, you are lucky enough to have a partner.
Correct.
Right? And in my case, it is my co-founder Piyush.
Correct.
Right? I feel this, which is a very beautiful balance, is that when you start and you are an entrepreneur journey, especially for a first generation entrepreneur, you might be learning, everything that you learn is very new to you, because you don't have an, let's say, inclination from your family that will understand why you are taking an entrepreneur thing, because they have lived with a lot of safety. That's why you are a first generation entrepreneur.
Correct.
right? So when you have a support system to divide that task, or let's suppose I am here shooting a podcast with you, Piyush might be working with some other client, or Piyush might be doing and taking out some other fires. Now it becomes mentally more easier for me to know that even if I'm not there, there is somebody who's owning up at the same level as I do.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So I 100% all in go for a co-founder to have for especially a first generation entrepreneur.
Correct.
If you're a second or a third generation, you might have a lot of learnings already through your family. In that case, you might not need it, right? Because you would have your father, your mother, your wife, or somebody who has gone through the same experiences before you.
Correct.
Might guide you better. But as a first generation, I feel it's extremely important to have a support system to put out the fire. Sometimes you, sometimes someone else. Because entrepreneurship is a game where you have to go long.
Exactly.
It's not a sprint.
Exactly.
Do you agree on this?
I absolutely agree. And a lot of people, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs have mentioned this, that it's really crucial to have a co-founder. Not just for the business, but for your, as you said, mental space, and you know that emotional stability. When you're not feeling, when you're feeling low, that guy is there. He's putting out the work. The other person is putting out the work, and they'll take care of things. So it works both ways, and that is why it is really important to have that kind of thing. Because first, the business requires it. You are focusing on one aspect of it, and the other person is focusing on other aspect. So the wheel is constantly moving. Even if one person is not there, the wheel is constantly moving. On that note, we are also looking for a co-founder, someone from tech with strong expertise. We would be happy to have a quick chat over coffee.
क्या बात है मतलब this is stealing an opportunity. Nice one.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah. नहीं, it's very I would say it's very honest and very openly you should ask for things that you need in life. और funny चीज़ पता है क्या है जो मुझे बड़ी interesting लगती है? Entrepreneurship is a lot of no's with a very few yes.
Yes.
And still people keep doing it.
Exactly. Because that's what keeps them going. If I reach out to 1,000 people, I know 900 people will say no. 100 people will say maybe. Out of 100 people, maybe 50 people will say maybe. Out of that, only 10 people will say yes for a meeting, and then probably one gets converted. So it's all about numbers. And I always go with the conservative numbers. Ki yaar, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, I will get only 1% out of it. Whatever it is, even if it is cold reach outs or business or whatever we are targeting. My figure should be so high that I am able to target at least 1% of it. Because let's say if my capability was 100, correct, and if I kept my target as 500, correct, but because of my target, I am able to achieve maybe 200, correct, which is way above my capability target, way above my capability or the average target. So that is what pushes you ahead, correct? You're still ahead by a margin than the average. Correct. So that is what gives you that edge, and that is what I would like to convey to other people as well. That always keep your targets as high as possible. Even if you don't achieve your targets, it's fine. Nobody is able to achieve their targets, whatever they've promised or whatever they've confirmed. But even if you're able to achieve a fraction out of it, you're way ahead of the average, and that is what will set you apart in life with respect to anything in life, not just business targets or revenue targets or anything. With respect to anything you're playing, you're playing any sports or you're doing anything else. So this rule is applicable to various aspects of life.
थैंक यू सो मच इस क्लिप को एंड तक देखने के लिए. अगर आपको ऐसी ही इंटरेस्टिंग एंड वैल्यू एडिंग क्लिप्स देखनी है देन ड्रीम विद नीरज क्लिप्स को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. अंटिल देन कीप ड्रीमिंग. आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.